So finally, I'm meeting Siddhant after a long time. It's been 3 years, Siddhant.
Yes.
Okay, and the context of this discussion or the meeting is he has scored AR 12, I believe.
Yes.
So hearty congratulations for that.
Thank you.
And he also scored AR 6 earlier.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this is all about understanding what is there in a ranker's mind.
Yes. Sir.
At the same time, what do we do for repeaters
Correct.
who do not clear? So
sir.
this is a fusion video from both these perspectives.
Okay.
So, Siddhant, to begin with, this is where the campus starts.
Okay.
Now, the idea is to create a university-like environment for people
Right.
who are struggling to clear their exams. So,
Right.
this is where it all basically starts, and this is one of the primary meetings for any student who comes in, whether a student or parent who
Okay.
comes in here. So, we start the proceeding here.
Okay.
Now, I'll take you to my
Yes.
favorite spot. You can keep walking with me. So, this is like a 10-acre campus in Hyderabad City.
Okay.
Now, one of the reasons why we chose this is because we have a lot of mentors who are working.
Okay.
The idea is they should be able to bring their expertise from work
Right.
into the studies.
Correct.
So, the practical part of it. Let's say somebody audit, we have somebody who is working with Big Four,
Correct.
and that work experience combined with teaching will give them a significant advantage to the students. So, that is what we're looking at. And the second reason why we chose this community specifically is because of the tree cover. So,
Right.
what actually happens is sometimes when you're extremely stressed,
Correct.
the place changes a lot of things, the environment.
Right.
And yeah, you can have a seat. So, the dense tree cover
Right.
actually calms you down. This is something very interesting because you don't have to do anything.
Right.
You just come, sit, and it feels different.
True.
And this is where I take most of the decisions. So the huge tree canopy, I think,
Right.
yeah, this is one. When you look up,
Right.
the combination of the green and blue skies
Right.
is what makes a difference. So, quick thoughts on this place.
No, absolutely, sir. Actually, when I entered itself, it felt very grand in a way, but also simple. So, like the campus obviously feels large, and like you rightly said, there's a lot of greenery around here, and you do need a place to get away from sometimes, to feel that calm as a student, especially in your study leave where you sometimes feel all alone. So again, like you rightly said, sir, I think it's been beautiful so far. I also see a tennis court there, which
Yes,
is not
yes.
something I see very often.
And you also have a pool and everything,
yeah.
which is required for you to refresh and relax.
Right? Nine.
So, this is about the residential part of the place.
Correct. Correct.
Now let's roll back to where we have originally met. I believe it was
Right.
in 2022.
Correct. Right.
Okay. So when we first connected,
Right.
what was the insight you liked the most, or what did you pick up at that point?
I think so. We connected in our OC session. It was in fact the first 2 days that you had taken for us, and obviously we started off about ICI, etc., and then we got to him live school wherein you introduced the concept. And what struck out to me most was probably this is the first time I have seen someone add, okay, there are people for DT, there are people for IDT, there are people for AFM, but I really don't know anyone else who is for everything. You can come here for the study leave because the main teachers for DT, IDT, rightly so, they have so many students. They can only hold you till the class.
Yes.
But where the difference actually comes in between students who perform and maybe someone who just misses out by a bit is in the study leave, wherein it's very easy to get mentally fatigued and let that pressure come to you. So if you have someone who's actually been through the process and is able to guide you through it, you don't make a lot of mistakes that you otherwise would have and lose out on that crucial time, which is so important for us as an aspirant. I think that was
And in your life at that point of time, I think that was the exact point where you scored AR 6.
correct, right?
So how did the first national rank at
Yes,
inter level
right.
change your life, and what was the impact on it over the next 3 years,
Right.
and what changed now?
Right. So it was the first time, obviously, I had ever scored so high academically ever, because 10th, 12th, I was a good student, but I was not a straight A student. So I liked studying, I enjoyed studying, but I was never one to be top 1, top 2, top 3. So when you see 6th, it takes some time to settle in, but then the people around you actually make you believe how special it really is to score so high. And I think, the timing of it, especially because I was in OC, I was already surrounded by fellow chartered accountant aspirants. That definitely made a huge impact or difference in the way I felt. And then when I approached articleship, I remember coming to you also for a referral. Uh, People were looking to hire you. You were not, it was not the other way around, which it generally is. And that feeling felt special. You felt special. Uh, so that was a result that lasted for 1-2 months. But then obviously you have to keep telling yourself that, okay, now it's time to get back. CA final is a completely different ball game. It does not matter CA inter what you did. And for the next 3 years, what I didn't know was I would obviously be hearing AIR6 a lot, day in, day out, every day, wherein it almost becomes like the floor. If you get below that, it's almost as if it's you've not performed that well. But I try to take it positively, that people have that expectation, they believe I can do that well. And also at work, I think it impacted me in a positive way, wherein I was given more, maybe better work at upfront. Obviously, I was given a chance to prove myself, but that first thought that comes, okay, is AR6, he might be able to do it. So that again obviously helped me at work. But CA final aspect, it just kept me grounded, because that's something my mother has always taught me, is that whenever anybody mentioned AR6, I wouldn't feel like I was flying, but instead I was actually feeling that pressure keeping me down, that okay, it's just, you just have to keep your head down and keep going for CA final. And then thankfully I was able to convert and do well in final as well, score AR 12. But obviously, I think CA Inter, the first time I got it was a completely different feeling. CA final, it obviously feels like, okay, you met expectation, you haven't really exceeded. But for me, my family, I think it was a big deal.
Yes.
I had my dream fulfilled as a chartered accountant. This was where I would want to see myself if I was just starting out now. So that was my feeling of the ranks.
Good to know. And so, as we proceed forward, I'll walk you through the path. Yeah. So, the whole idea is, because when I say it's a life school, life is a journey. The most classical example of is it's a journey. And in this path, you see a lot of things, but we normally lack a direction. Path is something straight. Like in the sense that you are here, you have to get there.
Right.
In a lot of scenarios, let's say you have to get 550 in your CA final.
Right.
In scenarios like this, it's a straightforward algorithm. True. In the sense that, okay, I do this, I get 350, I do this 450. It's straightforward. Right. But for people who find it hard, it itself is a complication. Correct. But for somebody, for you, it's straightforward. Correct. But right now, it's not like this. The path, it's not like straight one. It's like trekking, or it's like mountain climbing. Right. So, from this vantage point, how are you looking at your next steps? Because you could get into literally anything. Right from your, if let's say you're starting practice. Correct. Great, because this is a credentials which you can get a head start, because the energy and the achievement can get converted into some few initial clients. Or let's say you want to join any startup. Now, all of us would give you a red carpet welcome and glorify this achievement. Or you want to get into any of the consulting firms, whether it's Goldman Sachs or McKinsey, this financial side or the strategic side. So when you have all these options, what exactly is running on your mind right now?
I think that's a very valid question, which I actually hadn't thought of. We thought we've always been studying for CA final, but we never ever think of, okay, what if that mountain is climbed? What if you reach that peak? So ever since the result day, this has been the question on my mind, and also people around mind. Okay, what is next? What is next? And to be honest, I didn't really know. I still maybe don't. But for me, I think the most important thing right now is to not jump into anything too quickly without understanding what the possibilities are out there. So I am open to a lot of things, but I've started kind of ruling it out. It's been easier to rule out things than to actually pick one and choose that, okay, I'm going to do this. So for example, now with the audit field I'm in, this is something that I'm actually interested in. I love, okay, this is in. Then the second, now you have practice. I feel that I would rather, I look at myself like someone who can do a job, who can specialize in something. So that's why maybe practice, okay, is ruled out for me. So like that, I've just tried to reach out to different kinds of people who are already there and understand, okay, what their job looks like, what are the skills required, and try to match it to mine. So I've not really reached that conclusion yet, but I think I'm still in the process, and hopefully I find one that suits me.
Okay. So at this point, I just want to give you one quick insight. Let's say right now, your achievements would look like this, like 6 and 12. But the game for you right now is the roots go really long and deep. At some point of time, you should bury your achievements as the roots. So what you are going to achieve next should be like this. For a lot of chartered accountants, this itself become their identity. With due respect, CA is great. So your game is It's fantastic. Now imagine, like we have this 9 floor building. If that 9 floor building, instead of the height, if it goes into depth, you can construct a 100 floor building. So this is the starting point of our conversation today. And once again, I congratulate you. And this time, we'll go ahead and talk to our students. So this is Siddhant, part 1 of the video. Thank you for shooting this.